Greetings and welcome to the Washington Demon Coaches Show, a name we hope to change very soon. I am your friendly neighborhood host, Todd Patterson, and I am joined in studio by our producer, Nick Steffens, and Brent Van Weelden is also here as a staple guest, apparently. Although
we're looking for someone to fill in if you're interested.
If you don't mind doing free work every Thursday at 1:30, it's a good gig to have. My producer wants me to let everyone know that in the comment section, we have there's been a name suggestion for the show. Go ahead and take a look at that and let us know what you think. I'm still going for either the Patterson Power Hour or the Patterson Van Weelden. What do we think? Power Hour.
Power Hour.
Oh, I just cut your name out of it, didn't I?
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah. Well, either one of those. I'm fine with the Patterson Power Hour, too. I'm also joined in studio today by Coach Stefanie Haworth, who is the boys and girls cross-country coach, as well as Micah Reese, one of the boys cross-country runners, and Lauren Horak, who is one of the girls cross-country runners. So, Mr. Van Weelden, big week this week. We've got homecoming, HOCO. By the way, don't be catty, vote for Patty. I just had to get that in there quick. I should probably say don't stop hating, vote for Peyton, because that's, I think, his car ride.
Is it? Okay.
I think so. I'm not really sure. I've been peripherally paying attention.
Yeah, it could be. So
what we got going on this week?
There's a lot going on. I was fortunate enough to take the homecoming court to some of the retirement homes yesterday. The kids did a great job visiting with all the clients, the residents at the retirement homes. We went to WCDC and was able to see a lot of alumni, people that graduated from maybe WHS many years ago. A while ago. Yeah, it's interesting. There was not this time, but there was a lady that used to talk to us about. She went to Washington and played basketball on a dirt floor. So
really?
Yeah, you get a lot of interesting stories, and I think the kids really enjoyed going to visit with the elderly, I guess you would say, people in Washington, and was able to just put a smile on some faces. So that's always fun to do. We've had some games going on, just like it should be. The seniors have won the Powder Puff last night, and then the boys won the volleyball as well. It seems like the seniors, they're never really the favorite because you think maybe the younger kids.
They're the dark horse because of the advanced age of the seniors.
That's correct. And then all of a sudden they find that extra energy.
They rally.
They do. They rally. So
who we have? Who was the standout performer in the powder? Well, it's great to have that back. First of all, I don't know where it went, but I'm told it's back. Who was like a standout performer in the Powder Puff game?
Well, McKenna Conrad and Nevaeh Brown they were given the outstanding athlete from the Powder Puff last night. So,
do you have any stat line on either of them?
I don't.
Is it more of a subjective kind of?
The seniors, they had some great plays. I will say the turning point in the final game with the freshmen against the freshmen. The freshmen went for it on fifth and goal. They had 5 downs to score. So on fifth down, they decided not to punt and gave the seniors a short field right before half, and the seniors scored and
flipped it on.
That was the turning point of the game, I thought.
I mean, if you watch Iowa football, it comes down to field position and knowing when to punt.
Yeah,
I think our Hawkeyes would punt on second and third down if it was socially acceptable.
Yeah, I saw some of the fresh soft coaches at lunch earlier today and said, you should have punted on fourth down,
so
and they're regretting
maybe we should figure out who's to get credit or blame for that particular. Who are the coaches?
Well, the two I talked to, one was Leiden and one of them was the Boone kid. So they just happened to be there. So I said, you guys should have punted. And they're, yeah, we should have. But
all right.
Anyway,
well,
it's fun.
How about any standout performers in the volleyball?
I think the six boys probably dominated a little bit in the
seemed like they'd be a good front line.
Yeah, there was a lot of penalties not called, a lot of kids in the net and stuff, but it all went okay. The seniors won, so all's good when the seniors win, I guess.
So what do we have homecoming week? What do we have tonight and tomorrow, and kind of what's the next couple days look like?
Yeah, tonight's Spirit Night. It's always fun. We get to, we bring on the fall activities on the stage, and the coaches and sponsors talk a little bit about the season. The seniors introduce themselves, and then we take about a 5 or 10 minute break, drop the curtain, get the homecoming court all situated, and and then bring them out, and they give a bio on each one, and then the kids voted, I think, Monday through Wednesday. So there's someone out there who knows king and queen right now. It's just not privy to me right now.
It's probably in a briefcase locked to somebody's
the football,
wrist.
just like the president's football with what is it, the launch codes.
The launch
there
codes,
you go.
right, yeah.
So that's tonight. So that's always fun. And then of course the games. The freshman game starts at 5 tomorrow, and the varsity at 7:30, and then Saturday is a homecoming dance. So should be a lot of fun.
You mentioned it's been, compared to normal weeks in Washington Demon history, it's been kind of a rough week for sports. You want to give us a rundown? What can we expect coming up here, maybe for football and volleyball in particular? Yeah,
so like I said, with football this week, we play Grinnell. They were second in the league last year, or in the district, a playoff qualifier last year. So it'll be a tough test for us. I think they throw the ball a little bit. But I think our kids will be ready. In the last couple of weeks, if you listen to Coach Arrett, I think they came out a little flat the last 2 weeks. So hopefully they get that fixed and they get things going right away. So that's big. I think starting district play tonight, Friday night, will be real important that we get going on the right foot there. Volleyball. Next week we play Fairfield. They're actually leading the conference right now, so that'll be a tough task. I've talked with Coach Six a little bit, and they're trying to change some things up, get a little spark going in a few things. But they're doing real well. They're real competitive. They're still losing close games, but get a few breaks here and there. Those games turn around, and then. Obviously, I won't talk a lot about cross country. The only thing I'll really mention is next week we have our home cross country meet on Tuesday, which is the only home meet we have. Regular season, we do have districts later, but I just, if anybody wants to come watch a pretty good cross country two teams run, come out and watch them at Washington Golf and Country Club on Tuesday, starting at 4:30. So we're real proud of everything that's going on. So
last week we had Don Hughes here and his drum majors, Bailey Reese and Kale Malichki.
Yeah.
So what's the band got in? So I understand their last competition was rained out.
Yeah, it got rained out. I think maybe Micah, where do you guys, don't go anywhere this Saturday, do you?
No, that's correct.
Yeah, your next one might be Davis County.
That is correct.
Yeah, so it's good he's here. He could probably answer that a little bit better. He's part of the what do you call it, the drum line?
He's a snare player. I've seen it.
He
got
does a
good
great
shots.
job. So the drum line, I was last year, and they mentioned this a little bit, last year when the drum line came over and was in front of the student section and stuff like that. That was awesome, and they did that earlier this year as well. So they do a great job.
Do they ever allow guest drummers? I don't know if you know about, but I tend to drop a fat funk here and again.
You know what? If you want to join them, I bet they'd let you. So,
all right. Well, thanks for being here, Mr. Van Weelden. I think with that, we'll take a quick break, and then when we return, we'll be joined by members of the cross-country team.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our communities stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
Welcome back to the Washington Demon Coaches Show, or the Patterson Van Weelden Power Hour, or the Washington Press Box, whichever you prefer. Please give us some feedback. I'm joined now in the studio with Coach Stefanie Haworth and two of our excellent runners, Micah Reese and Lauren Horak. So welcome. Coach, why don't you tell us a little bit about your season so far? And, I understand both teams are really fairly competitive, and maybe you want to brag on them a little bit and talk about how things are going.
Yeah, we're off to a phenomenal start again this year. We came off, beat a ranked team up at Amos, so the first race out, and then continued to get better at Fairfield. Micah Reese won individually. Boys pulled off a title by 1 point. Girls were 2 points behind Clear Creek, who was ranked above us. And so it just kept coming together. And then Fort Madison last week, both teams won, took the combined trophy. So Micah Reese won again. So
nice.
A lot of great things. So we're moving up in the rankings on both sides. The girls are currently ranked 12th as a team, and the boys are 14th. So huge things happening on both
Very
teams.
nice. Can you, maybe for those who don't know much about cross country, can you talk a little bit about how the scoring works?
So you run 7 kids run varsity, and your top 5 are your scoring runners. So if you finish second place, you get 2 points. Finish 15th, you get 15 points. Your goal is to have the least amount of points possible.
Gotcha. And how many kids do you have out?
We have, I think, 45-ish on the high school side. So, yeah.
So I got 95th at the state meet, so I added 95 points to my team. That seems like a lot, doesn't it? That was my junior. I got 71st the next year. I made a huge improvement. So, what do you think is the big difference between this year and last year? You had an individual qualifier who got 8th last year, Lance Saboski, who had a phenomenal year, and this year it seems like the teams are really coming together a lot. What is there a difference, or have you done something different? Or
well, actually, last year Micah qualified individually too, so we had 2 individual qualifiers.
how'd you do?
I got 36th, I think.
Oh wow, you crushed me even then. Sorry, I didn't remember that.
And then our girls team was ranked like 16th, 17th all season, just missed qualifying, and then our boys team were 1 point out of state qualifying spot. So I think being the first one out made a big difference, and everybody pushing a little bit harder in the off season and wanting it a little bit more this year.
So what in your opinion, what do kids need to do in the summer? Because I usually didn't run. Is it just, is there something that you have them do? Is there a specific program that they do?
Yep, I give them a summer workout. In like June, just kind of do your own base mileage, and then July, it's like 3 or 4 days a week. It's not set, but a rough idea of what you could do. And then we start meeting twice a week in June, or end of June, beginning of July.
And so I was told, I was excited about this, except I don't know where people are going to park, that you guys got the district meet at home.
Yes.
So was that a decision that was just made, or has that been out there? I just heard about it, so I got the impression it was just made. But
we found out in August, I think.
August?
Yeah. Yep.
You have any idea where people should park for that?
That's up to him.
You want me to answer that?
Sure, not in my yard.
No, actually, the golf course, as long as the weather is right,
Can you hear him? Okay.
they're going to allow us to park on the driving range. So
Then park on the driving range. Okay.
hopefully that works. That could be news to some board members. So thumbs up. Well, hopefully that's it.
So, Coach, why don't what's your next? You already mentioned it a little bit, Mr. Van Welden. What's your next meet? And
We go down to Mount Pleasant tonight yet.
okay,
So.
tonight.
Yep.
Okay. Is this a duel? Or,
No, it's like pretty much the conference schools will be down
okay.
there. Everybody we pretty much saw on last week.
How do we feel in the conference? Are we?
We're looking really strong right now,
Yeah.
but I do expect Fort Madison to work their way up a little bit, just based on what we've seen in the past from there.
Their air is really thin down there, so they get a lot of red blood cells. Anyway, let me ask your athletes some questions here. So I'm joined by Micah Reese, who is one of the boys cross country members. I assume you're the number 1 runner,
I am, yes.
at least for today. We'll see how tonight goes,
Yeah,
right?
that's correct, yes.
You want to say a little bit about yourself, things that you maybe other than running, what do you like to do, and what are your goals for this season?
Yeah, so I do cross country and track and train in the off season, but apart from those running activities, I am a junior in high school, and I like serving a lot for our church, and what else do I do? I do band, and what was it?
That was what are your goals for this season?
The goals. I plan to get top 15 at state and medal, and get sub 16, 15. So
Sub 16? Did you say sub 15 also?
sub 16, 15. 16 minutes.
Do you think you can get sub 16?
coach says yes.
Yeah.
I think you can too. So what do they usually run the boys to win? Is it somewhere at 15:30 or even around there, 15:40?
I really have no clue.
It just depends on the year. Yeah.
Well, in my defense, the year I ran, it snowed. There was snow on the ground, and we didn't have all these fancy clothes like you guys have now. We had socks on our hands, but that's a different story. Lauren, Horrock. So has there ever been a cross-country season where there's not been a Horrock on the team?
I think it's been a while.
So you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what, what do you do outside of running and maybe what your goals are for this season?
Yeah, I'm a sophomore at high school, and I do cross-country, basketball, and track. I'm in FCA, I'm student congress. Yeah.
Cool.
My goals, all conference, the conference meet, and for the girls team to make it to state.
So how much you guys train? Like how much you run in a day right now?
Depends, but like longest run is probably 70 minutes.
70 minutes, and how far do you go in that time? 2 miles, 2.5 miles?
7.5 miles.
I'll tell you a story the other day. So you guys must practice in the morning on Fridays,
Yep.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was out there, I don't know, it was 5:15 or so a.m. I was about ready to get my run going. And yeah, really. And I saw Coach Haworth show up, and I realized I just walked into a cross-country practice. So I asked her if I could hang out for a little bit, and so I did, and these guys got warmed up, and I realized how incredibly slow I am all of a sudden. You guys were talking and jogging, and I was wheezing, and I couldn't even come close to keeping up with you. So I would just tell you, appreciate this time in your life because you will never be in this good of shape again. So let me ask you this. What was your best time last year?
Last year, it was a 16:56.
And you've already gone 16:50s this year. Have you gone below that?
I've gotten a 16:16.
16:16.
That is correct.
That's crazy fast. So you knocked almost a minute off. You knocked 35, 40 seconds off. So what was the big difference for you?
I trained a lot during the summer, and I think a big change from last year was doing a lot longer runs. We went to a Wartburg cross-country camp, and their little mantra was a strong runner makes a fast runner. So I'm getting a lot of those miles in, getting stronger so that I can have that faster time.
So I asked Cale this last week when he was here to talk about band. Do you ever try to find a spot on the course where you could fake an ankle injury and get out of the race? That's what I remember thinking a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Did that ever cross your mind?
Every once in a while. I try to keep it away, but yes, I think everybody gets those.
So what was your fastest time last year and compared to this year? Like, have you been able to drop that yet?
Last year, I think I ran a 21:07 at districts, and this year my best has been a 21:49. So not
you're
quite there, but
you're getting close though.
yeah, yes.
So what's your kind of training regime in the summer?
I'd say the same thing as Micah. I went to the Wartburg cross country camp as well, and that was a really good camp. And I think having the workout plan this summer that Haworth gave us was really good. So I knew what workouts I should be doing, and I think it just really helped me get in shape faster.
Do you guys ever have that terrifying feeling when you go through the first mile and you get your split and it's way too fast?
Oh,
Ever happen to you?
Yes.
Definitely.
Those are the things I remember about cross country. That and puking a lot. Coach, do you still compete? Do you still run quite a bit?
I practice with them off and on, but
Do you?
yeah.
Are you able to run with them?
Depends on what group we're running with.
Well, I couldn't come close at all. Are you good? Well, I want to thank you guys for being here, and I want to wish you the best of luck with the rest of your season. I will definitely be at your district meet, and I'm going to watch you guys bring it home. And when I see you running, I'm going to lock eyes with you, and I'm going to be like, I know some spots where you can fake an ankle injury. I know. Well, I'm Todd Patterson. This has been Washington Demon Coaches Show. I've been very happy to be joined in the studio by Brent Van Weelden, Coach Stefanie Haworth, Micah Reese, and Lauren Horrock. So have a great day, and thank you all for being here.